The sound of Wycliffe's country. DCR, the channel you want to listen to.
Dover Operatic and Dramatic Society, DODS, are celebrating their centenary year in 2011. They have chosen Cabaret to be their summer show this year. It is a show which is, in their literature, famed for grappling with controversy, telling an unconventional story of significant historical value in a way that promises to be extremely entertaining. The musical Cabaret was a Broadway production in 1966 and became the well-known film in 1972 with Liza Minnelli as Sally Bowles. It was adapted from the novel Goodbye to Berlin by Christopher Isherwood and is set in 1931 Berlin as the Nazis rise to power. It is a compelling play with contrasting themes. The lot of the German Jew in the time and the contrast of values, both religious, physical, moral and tonal, all play a part in the fabric of the play. It contains stunning songs and fascinating characters, and indeed at that time, and especially in Berlin, that would be the case for the normal person. The highly compelling political message is contrasted with the pattern of ordinary everyday life, which is about to be disrupted by the historical events of the 30s. It is a play about feeling, expression, how people cope, how people misunderstand each other, set against the realities of everyday life. I was particularly impressed by Miss Alice Vanes as Sally Bowles, who carried the main line of the play with great aplomb. The MC was very good in his pivotal role as master of the Kitty Cat Club, which again is one of the blocks of the play. And I might add that there were marvellous musical elements. The keyboards was very entertaining, and I loved the oboe, or was it clarinet, who came as a very vivid contrapunctal theme to the other music, and also the violins, which suddenly came out of nowhere. Anyway, I was lucky enough to get an interview with George Ruck.
I'm Simon Partridge from Dover Community Radio. I just wondered what your name was.
My name is George Ruck, and I'm the president of Dover Operatic and Dramatic Society.
Have you held that position for a very long time?
I've held it for about 6 years, but I've been a member for over 50 years.
So you come from the acting fraternity then?
Well, it's a hobby.
And it's very important for the people of Dover to have somewhere where they can gather,
yes,
and see their own reflections.
Yes.
I was thinking especially about Cabaret. I was thinking, do you have any opinions about where it was going, what its message was?
It has a message about bigotry and racism and so on.
Exactly.
But it's welded round as two love stories, and it reflects the rather easygoing society in Berlin in about 1931, as the Nazis were beginning to rise to power. So there's that in the background as well.
And Christopher Isherwood was visiting Berlin.
Yes, that's right.
And he himself was against the morals of the day.
Yes.
And I think do you think that the Jewish theme is strong enough to over? Because it's almost like a science of opposites. on the one hand, you've got the Nazi supremos rising up. On the other hand, you've got the ordinary people.
Yes, yes. And it does highlight the difficulty when, let's say, one of the love stories is between a German lady and a Jewish man, and they fall in love, quite older, they're in their 50s, and they're looking forward to the rest of their lives together. But the Nazis are in the ascendant at that time, and she says that she's been through a war, she's been through a revolution, she's been through inflation, and each time she has survived. And she says, I will survive the Nazis. And she cannot see a life outside of Germany.
And in the 60s and 70s, that'd be even more poignant.
Yes, yes.
Myself, have you seen Lisa Minnelli as Sally Bowles?
Yes.
To myself, that's one of the prime motifs of the time.
Yes, it is. It is. It certainly is iconic by now, isn't it? Of the time. And but Sally Bowles herself says in the play, politics has nothing to do with us, because she falls in love with an American writer.
It's quite a closely knit play.
Yes, it is.
Some strident themes.
Yes, it is. It is. But it's softened by some lovely music as well. But it doesn't detract from the seriousness of the themes. And the ending of the play is, very downbeat.
That's right.
Yes.
So do you prefer the film or the play? Or do you think they're both with their aspects?
They both have their qualities. The film is certainly excellent.
And who is to watch out for in this production?
Well, all of the principal players, Sally Bowles, the writer, his name escapes me. But we have, and the MC who controls the kit.
That's right. Yeah, that's a very, very, very straight one, really. Because the two enemies, the two fields of play on either side, one on his right hand and one on his left hand.
That's right. He controls this rather louche.
And also the beauty of the fragile egg of human life compared to the terror
of what's coming
of the major events.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Even the Jewish man, he says, I've seen governments come and go, and it will amount to nothing. And we, with hindsight,
can see that the artist in this time.
He's so wrong. Yes. And the other irony for me is that all of these people in this rather louche Kit-Kat clothes, transvestites and prostitutes and all sorts
people
of
of the street,
they will get caught up in the Nazi purges of non-Aryan people and either flee to another country or go to concentration camps, and yet they're thoroughly enjoying life.
But in a sense, the characters are matched. Each has their own world. That's all very interesting. So, is anybody particularly to watch out for?
Well, sorry, we'll come back to that question. All the principals.
Miss Vane's is
Alice Vane, Scott Kane as the American writer, Mark Yarrow as the MC. All right.
Yeah.
Those three principals, plus Stephen Yarrow as the Jewish man, and Claire Angus as the German woman, and they're all involved and they're all strong.
So I didn't catch the director's name.
Mike Brodie.
Mike Brodie. Yes, that's good.
Yes.
Maybe I'll catch on Mark. Is there anybody else anything else don't think the community radio people to hear, or contacts about DODS? Because it's very, very important for the centenary.
It is our centenary, yes.
You are holding the chair as well.
Yes, that's right. But I don't run it by myself. We have a board of directors, and so yes, we're looking forward to our centenary celebrations. Yes, we're performing HMS Pinafore in a concert version.
When will that be?
September the 9th at the Town Hall.
Remember that date, people?
Yes, please. And then there is a banquet and ball the next night, also at the Town Hall. So we're celebrating 100 years.
Yeah, well, congratulations.
No, thank you very much.
All goes well tonight.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
The sound of One Cliff's country. DCR, the channel you want to listen to.